Very good afternoon, dear students. Today we are going to discuss about SQL data from multiple tables, displaying data for multiple tables. So let's have a look at here. The objective of the today's lesson is write the select statement to access data from more than one tables using equality and non-equality joins. View data that generally does not meet a join condition by using outer joins. Here we will discuss about the different types of joins and how we can merge two and more than two tables. So obtaining data from the multiple tables, look at here employee table and department table. I want what I want we want a employee number from this table and department number from whether from the department table or the department table. So location from the department table we want to print. So three columns we want to print using the two tables. So what is a join? Join query. How we can understand the join concept? Write the join condition in the where clause. Fix the column name with the table. What are the basic conditions to understand the join? If we talk about the join, you can look at here the table one dot column name. So if we say the EMP dot department number, table two dot column name means suppose department dot department number. So this condition must be satisfied, then we can join. That means one column should be common in the both table, so we can do the join. A Cartesian product, as we know that suppose we have given the two tables A and B, it will contain some row and columns. So based on the Cartesian product, we will use the cross product with each row and each column. So generating a Cartesian product, you can look at here. Employee is a 14 rows and the department is 4 rows. Then when we perform this row, perform for this, then perform for this also. The first row will cross product for all the 4 rows of the department tables. The same way will continue. The 14 into 4 is a 56 rows will be generated in the result. So look at here. In this we can understand the total number of rows will generate if I perform the Cartesian product. Types of join: equijoin, non-equijoin, outer join and self join. Look at here. So first we will try to understand what is an equijoin. So employee table and department table. So if we want to perform an equijoin, it is a concept of foreign key and this is a concept of primary key. So the department number is a primary key in the department table and this reference will be copied into the employee table. It's a foreign key. So retrieving records with the equijoin. Here we write the emp dot employee number, emp dot ename, emp dot department number, department dot department number, department dot loc. From emp and department two tables we have taken here, where emp dot department number equals to department dot department number. So the result will be displayed in this form. So qualifying ambiguous column names, improve the performance by using the table prefix. So additional search conditions using the AND operator. Here you can see the way short form we can use it. If I write EMP, short form is EM, is alias naming, department D. This can be done through the alias naming. Simplify the queries using the alias naming. Joining the more than two tables, yes, is it possible? So you can look at here the name, customer ID, customer table, and ORD table, and one more table is item. So we can perform join more than two tables also, but it should be the same thing. ORD common in the ORD ID, and the item table which contain ORD ID, and if we talk about the customer table, customer ID will be common in this table also. So we can easily do the join. So what do you think about the non-Equijoin? You can look at here. There is no common column in the table. Here the salary, AMP name, and employee name. So grade, low sale, and high sale. So there is no column common between the both the tables. So we can say this kind of join is a non-Equijoin. So how we can perform the non-Equijoin? Simply we can use it simple emp.cellgrade this, and we can apply the condition between s dot low cell and s dot high cell. So this way you can do the non-Equijoin also. What is the outer join? Look at here in the EMP table there are 14 records. In the department table you can see here the 10, 30, 20 and 40 departments. So if you want to perform the outer join, no employees in the operational department. In the 40 number department there is no employee. So what we can do, I want to display the records of that particular employee name which is not in any department. So you can use the outer join to also see the rows that do not usually meet the join conditions. So those tuples are skipped or not display at the time of join. So we can use the plus sign to display that. So simply this is the left outer join, we can say that this is the right outer join. This we can say the plus sign is important. So here you can see select e name, d dot department name, d name from e department name. Here we have mentioned the department e dot department number plus, so d dot department number, so it will display the department, but here the blank will be also displayed. It means there is no employee in the department 40, so through which we can use the outer join. So one more important join that is known as the self join, EMP worker, EMP manager. So we can use the same table to perform the self join. Here you can see the manager number. Every employee work under each manager, so manager is also an employee. So we want to find out how many employees are working in a particular manager, so through which we can find out through the self join. Here we have find EMP worker and EMP manager. So the worker dot manager equals to manager dot employee number. So it will show the black works for the king, Clark work for the king. The king is a manager for black and Clark. King is also manager for the Jones. Martin works for the black. The black is a manager of Martin. So this way you can understand the self join also. The summary we have learned about the Equijoin, non-Equijoin, outer join and self join. I hope you can do the practice and learn more. So thank you so much for listening carefully. I hope you have learned a lot about the non-Equijoin